welcome to this week's episode of Pop Culture News and Reviews. My name's Anthony. I'm joined by Seve. Seve, man, how you going?
Man, I'm swell. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Always good to be in the same room as you, man.
Yes, it's great.
Like, as good as our, Discord, Skype hookups are, it's great to actually see your face.
It is. I do have a good face.
Yeah, and, react to each other, not speak over each other, all that kind of stuff that comes naturally when we're in a room together. Probably still will speak over each other.
Yes.
It's what we do.
Because my opinion matters and yours doesn't, vice versa.
Yeah.
Your opinion matters and mine doesn't.
We'll see how that goes.
That's why we do this show.
This show, speaking of which, is brought to you by no sponsors. So if you'd like to sponsor us, get on board.
Brought to you by us.
Brought to you by the time taken from our families to be here.
Brought to you by 2 years of doing this by us.
Yeah. And this episode is all about the first 4 episodes of She-Hulk. Now, why the first 4 episodes? Well, these are the first episodes that Disney released as a preview to review, essentially.
Yes, we didn't get it.
They went, bang, here's 4. So we thought...
Disney, can we have them next time?
Oh, yeah, it'd be great instead of waiting for the 4. But we thought, well, this is what they used to sell the show, essentially.
Yes.
So we'll come in after this 4 and we'll say, all right, how's it going? And you know what, man? We're 4 episodes in and it's kind of turned around on me. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll keep watching this.
Yeah, I'm enjoying watching it now.
And I think 4 was probably bang on for that, because if it was after the first or second episode, I probably wouldn't have kept watching.
If we were to give it the 3 episode treatment, I don't think I would have made it to the third ep.
If we would have given it the 3 episode treatment, I would have given it a 3 because I stick through it. But I would have been waiting it up kind of thing between, oh man, was this 3rd episode only better in comparison to the first 2? Or, but I think the show has taken an incline, has gotten better.
It has gotten better each episode.
It's kind of found its feet.
But the problem with it was it started so low. It started horribly.
Yeah. See, I didn't hate...
They did my boy dirty.
I didn't hate the Hulk stuff as much as you.
I hate Smart Hulk because they can't trademark Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
There was a line in there that I did love, and it was I'm a whole entirely different person. I'm like, well done.
I think that was episode 2 for the Blonsky stuff.
It was like, well done. You've actually addressed it.
I do want to, I'm going to get out in front of this right now.
Uh-oh.
Not in front of this. I'm going to get out and say it straight away.
That's when racist people are about to say something or they've said something and they're trying to defend it. Where are you going with this?
I absolutely love this show for what it's done for Emil Blonsky.
Is he a good guy?
They've given him, they've almost redeemed his character.
Is he a good guy?
But you can, you remember watching that first Hulk and being like, man, this guy's crazy.
Yeah. But he's only doing what he's told.
Yeah.
He was legitimately doing what he was told.
Oh, no.
They nailed it.
But it's to the point where you can see how he's going to fit into the Thunderbolts now.
Yeah.
Now, in saying all of that, this is not the Abomination from the comics. That dude is...
a bad guy.
Yeah, he is single-minded. I'm going to take down the Hulk. I need to be better than the Hulk.
Yep.
Everything he does is to be better than the Hulk.
This Abomination is not going to even fight the Hulk.
Oh, I don't think
Hulk's
so.
off-world. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's back to Sakaar.
He's got to find his son.
He's going to find Scar.
Yeah, pretty much. All right.
Spoiler alert.
Well, look, if you're listening to this, you have watched the first 4 episodes of She-Hulk. We're assuming you have. If you haven't and you're sitting here being like, I'm kind of confused, go watch the first 4 episodes. If not, if you're listening to this because you're like, do I want to watch She-Hulk? What do these guys think? Guys, get on board. I reckon get on board.
Say just hold your pants for the first 2 episodes and then
just push on through.
It comes good.
You this is what I mean. I think the show just needs to find its feet. Its characters need to find its feet.
Don't watch the after credit scene on season 3 because it's not needed.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
It is a bit weird.
It was a bit strange. It's a bit weird.
Speaking of strange, I do have to address this.
You're addressing.
I'm getting out in front of a lot of stuff, man. I'm coming in hot. Not as hot as a twerking She-Hulk, but it's coming in fiery. The CGI is I'm struggling.
It's garbage.
Garbage. It's not the uncanny valley thing we're worried about.
No, it's just garbage.
It looks like I can't think of another word but janky.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's just Marvel these days. I think we just have to get used to it.
No, but
we've gone back to the 80s. we've got to the peak and now it's coming down.
The first episode wasn't terrible. It's like they put a lot of work into the Hulk and then her by
Well, I think they've
comparison.
already got a blueprint for the Hulk, so they know how to do
But
him.
then her with the Hulk wasn't terrible.
Nah.
That wasn't bad. It's when she's in almost the office, when she's walking through the office.
Maybe because she's near other people.
Maybe that's it. When she's staying next to the Hulk, she doesn't look as...
That's right. In the newest episode, when she's on the couch with that guy and he's looking at her, he's not looking at her.
No.
There's a weird eye line that's not matching.
It was strange.
He was sort of looking, it was like she was a little bit too far forward and he was looking slightly
Kinda
behind
behind
her. It was odd. And it's like, oh, that's not right.
Yeah.
And then when she picked him up, it's like, oh, that doesn't work either.
There was no weight there.
Nah.
But
okay, she's super strong, so there might not be weight, but still, it's like,
no, but like
there was
even
weight when she was throwing the
wrecking crew.
wrecking crew. There
So we
was
got the
weight
wrecking
there,
crew, by
which
the
is
way.
ultimate E grade, F grade.
No, they're
G
good.
grade?
They're that's a good batch of characters to draw from.
Yeah, but they're backwater
Oh, 100%.
people.
But
Like,
that's
what
why
I mean. Like they're D grade
I'm
characters. They're not.
stoked we got the wrecking crew here. We speculated about possibly getting the wrecking crew because we saw Titania was going to be a character in
I
this.
love how she's trademarked She-Hulk.
How good.
What a good twist on the story. I'm like, I don't even care about stuff like that, but that's just smart. That's smart writing. Like that
Pretty
is
much,
good.
yeah. And she's an influencer.
Yeah, I like this.
Brilliant. So that's all right. So that's where we're kind of at here. It's that they did the blood transfusion thing.
Yep.
In a different way.
Yep.
Which
Makes sense.
I liked more. Like it was real, like, you know, accidental, blah blah blah.
Because he had the inhibitor, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he got cut and it dripped into her.
Yeah, into her. But it makes more sense for it to happen accidentally than in the comics where
you
Banner willingly.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard to save her life. He thought he had it under control, all that kind of stuff, but there was enough gamma in his blood too.
Yeah, I still don't think he would do that though.
Yeah, it's always been something I've struggled with.
Because he's not going to want to give someone that, because he knows what a burden it is. He's not going to wish that upon anyone.
We thought it was a burden. Yeah. There was that part of me that I like the way they've kind of addressed it to be like, well, She-Hulk as a character, Jen is more equipped to handle it because, you know, you can say what you want about women dealing what they deal with in their lives or whatever. But I like what it says the other way too, that maybe if this happened to someone other than Bruce Banner, who is already an unstable individual, they would have handled it better than Banner.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like it's like Banner's been going through his whole life been like, if this happened to anyone else, it'd be the exact same way.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh wow, maybe I just didn't deal with this well.
Maybe I just suck.
Yeah, you know?
Maybe I'm completely unstable. And he is.
Yeah.
Bruce Banner, before he had it, was unstable. He wasn't
100%.
He wasn't a stable individual.
Yeah, he was all about the work. He didn't have any balance there. He didn't have any balance to his life, essentially, and couldn't control his anger. So 100%, you put that person, you put Hulk DNA in that person, and they won't deal with it well.
It'd be like giving it to Wolverine, wouldn't it?
But you get a lawyer who's logical, like Jen,
and can think about stuff quickly.
Yeah, and has been suppressing rage pretty well her entire life, apparently. Yeah, well then maybe. And also, it wasn't immediate. Like there was a montage there.
Yeah,
she trained.
There's always a montage.
Yeah, they cut that down. That first episode though, I know you said they did Hulk dirty, but I loved how he almost had that back to Ragnarok Hulk just for a minute there.
No, for a minute he almost had back to Avengers Hulk. He got grumpy. When she was starting to get the upper hand, he was like, no. We saw a glimpse. I'm like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Piss this smart Professor Hulk off and just give me the Hulk.
I love the clap.
And then she worked it out and just started doing it.
She needed to do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Or even, no, but the Ragnarok one, I mean, is the toddler brain.
Yeah.
So when she threw the rock further than his,
he's like, no.
And his first reaction was to peg it. And then he calmed himself down. He was like, oh, well, you know, mate, that's where you can go with this one day, you know? But then also...
Because he is always stronger than her, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even when he is... So we kind of spoke about this. Professor Hulk or Smart Hulk is weaker than Hulk.
Yeah.
And it's
Because
because
he holds himself back. He's got
Yeah.
it in control. He doesn't need
Hulk
to
is
use...
uninhibited rage.
Yeah, he doesn't need to use it.
Yeah.
You know what I want to see? I want to see him bring the power in that Banner's one had. That you see in the comics. When he gets grumpy, he gets bigger.
Oh, yeah.
I want that to come in.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that.
So that was...
Because that's one of his power sets.
You
He
mean
gets-
Eric Banner, yeah.
Yeah, he gets pissed off. He gets bigger.
Yeah.
That happens in the comics and the cartoons. You piss him off enough, he gets bigger.
It's one of those things that happens in the comics rarely.
But it does happen.
Yeah.
And I want to see it. I want to see this Hulk do that. But when he goes back to Hulk.
Yeah.
I want to see him Hulk rage and just go, you know what? We're going to go Super Saiyan and get bigger.
The other little toddler Hulk that I love seeing was when they smashed his bar. And he was like, no, you're fixing this.
Or he would push us off the cliff.
Yeah.
Just get off.
That's what I mean. Like, so there's that little part of me that just sits back and says, all right, so we've got Smart Hulk, but I reckon the other guy is still there.
I don't think the next Hulk we see will not be Smart Hulk, and it won't be Toddler Hulk. It'll be Hulk. I don't know if that's me.
No. I know what you mean.
Like getting away with hope.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping. I don't want to see Smart Hulk anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done. We've seen it enough. We've seen it for what, 3 movies now?
Just want to see the actual Hulk.
Just give us Hulk. Give us what we want back.
Yeah. Even I'd still take Toddler Hulk over.
It'd be like seeing 3 movies of Clark Kent, and not not once you see him Superman. Yeah. Like you don't want
like
that.
Watching the entire Smallville series.
Well, no, because he used powers. Yeah. We're not even seeing him use powers much.
Yeah.
He carries something heavy once. It's like
clapped.
Oh, he clapped. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Hanging onto the car. You're like, you would have flipped that car.
Which car?
When she ran him over in the Jeep. She gets in the Jeep, runs him over to start the fight.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, the start of episode.
There you
during
go.
episode 1 anyway. No, so that was pretty much episode 1. We get her training with him.
Yep.
And she's like, I'm ready to go back. Like, I can do this. I can change between at will. I can do this. But we also get that.
Episode 2 becomes a lawyer show.
No, but we also get that dichotomy right there where you realize, and he's surprised by it because he's like, I've got another personality in my head.
She's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's your difference.
Yeah.
And so that's the other part of why she can control this.
Well, he's got Bruce, he's got rage.
Yeah. He's got Hulk.
That's what it is. It's just rage. Like
Yeah.
he's got rage and he's got Bruce.
Yeah.
She's
just Jet.
She's not angry.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the rage because she hasn't needed it.
Now, like you said, we get into the lawyer show from there. And that is where this show starts going into, all right, what's this show going to be? So she goes and meets with Emil Blonsky.
Not out of her will.
Well, no, she gets fired first.
Yes.
She gets fired first because of the Titania.
And then gets a full upgrade.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good business upgrade, everything like.
But has to be, so this is where we're going to start seeing the old people prefer She-Hulk more to Jen.
Yeah.
And you're going to have that little back and forth.
And we saw that in the 4th episode as well with the boyfriend.
With all the dating apps.
Yeah, the dating app. She walked out. Who are you?
Yeah.
I'm Jen. Oh, okay. Bye.
Oh, yeah. She's like, I made breakfast. Like, I'm just going to go.
I'm just going to go. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
But if she was still She-Hulk, he would have stayed.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway. But that's like, it's not just in her dating life, it's a professional life as well. It's that she has to be She-Hulk when she's at work.
She-Hulk sells.
Yeah. I also love that she didn't coin the name She-Hulk, but it started growing on her. And it wasn't until it got stuck. Because at first she was like, I didn't make the name She-Hulk. Don't call me She-Hulk.
Stay tuned to learn about She-Hulk's diet and fitness.
Yeah.
What? I thought that was cool.
There's a lot of little parts like that where they're poking fun at stuff like that, which is,
there's a lot of, it's wit. There's a lot of witty stuff in there. But then there's a lot of on-the-nose stuff. You're like, oh.
How are you feeling about the way they're doing the fourth wall breaking?
I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me.
Now,
I thought the bar scene where she goes linking story A and story B together. I thought that was brilliantly done.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was so good. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we've got one story going on.
I haven't had an issue with any of them.
No.
But what's funny is I was
They've done
reading
it well.
something about the writer who she said two things when she went to Kevin Feige apparently. She was like, look, how much She-Hulk can we really use? I know it costs a lot to make him. And Feige pretty much said, look, if I was watching a show called She-Hulk and I didn't see She-Hulk in it much, I'd be pretty angry. So they went big.
Yep.
She-Hulk as much as they can. And the second thing was, how much can we wall break?
As much as you want. Just don't make it too corny.
Well, that's what happened apparently. She's like, I was wall breaking every couple of seconds. And then eventually Kevin Feige was like, listen, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
We're going to pull this back.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
Like, just, you want a blueprint? Deadpool. Done.
Yeah.
Follow Deadpool's lead.
And
he nailed it.
I think they're nailing this.
Yeah.
Like they are doing pretty well.
I haven't seen one wall break where I'm like, oh, that didn't need to be done.
But it's very meta as well in the way that it's, like I said, linking story A and story B, but also...
And how the camera
thing,
was off sideways as well in that one scene. So you've got the two characters sitting there slightly off, and you've got a whole big opening, and then she just leans in.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that camera shot was perfect. That was,
Actually, I do have to say,
when it first happened, I'm like, why is the camera shift off so far? And then she leans in. I'm like, oh.
I haven't had any issues with any of the directing, the framing, any of that. I think it's a well shot show.
It is.
Like, it's doing everything it needs to do, apart from the fact that I think they're struggling with CGI in terms of, like I said, eye levels, all that kind of stuff. Something's going on there. That
I think they're doing Wong dirty as well. And I think that may have started in Doctor Strange. He's starting to become what I don't like. He's starting to become the Hulk. He's starting to become Thor. They're doing it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I like this Wong because
I think they're making him a bit of a joke.
Nah, this does feel like comic Wong. Like this,
I want him to be more badass. We did see a bit of it in the 4th episode where Donnie comes to him for help, and he's like, "Oh, Jesus." Yeah, and then he's just whipping things around. But this is the thing
that's the dichotomy as Wong as a character.
Wongers. We will now be calling him Wongers.
Well, I do love when she was like, not her, when Jen was like, "Oh, Wong's in this episode," but I know you know who Wong is. We're gonna wait though.
Yeah,
to get to there. Yeah. Like, I can't just make you think this is going to be a person,
a cameo of the week sort of thing.
Although we did have
bang, bang, bang.
I do love that.
And then Wong. We've had Wong twice now.
Yeah, and it's been great.
Next week I think will be Matt.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna be next week.
I reckon it will be. That trailer was good too. We actually get a lot more of him than what I thought we were going to get.
So we're getting
we get Daredevil and Matt.
If you haven't seen the trailer yet, we get a really great line from Charlie Cox, essentially, as Matt Murdock, who says, I think you got a chance to do something good here where you can help as a lawyer and then step in when the law fails.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you're doing already, Matt. Like you're just trying to get someone else to do it as well.
Yeah.
But that's fantastic. But he knows that she'll be doing that for
and it seems
superhumans.
To be when they meet, she's in a leotard as well.
Yeah.
Which is going to be cool. So she's got a costume.
Yeah. So that's why I don't think we're getting,
because we haven't seen the whole montage of designing it yet.
Needs a costume first. In saying that, we may get Matt before we get Daredevil.
Because she doesn't know who he is.
Yeah.
She doesn't know who Daredevil is, but she likes, what'd she say in the thing? I really like what he's doing, and I think he's in the background beating someone up.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was happening. She's like, I really like this guy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I think that's what he was doing. He's beating someone up.
So
could be wrong.
I reckon the next episode is going to be more Titania.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So that, because you've got to start ramping that story up.
It's legit. It's just cameo of the week, isn't it? Yeah. It's just cameo of the week every time. We've just had two Wongs though. But two Wongs don't make a white.
But it should be. You know?
Two Wongs make a war, right?
No, it should be cameo of the week, essentially. Because that's what She-Hulk comics were. She was helping different superheroes in their legal issues. So you'd have like her life in the background, but most arcs were about a character coming to her saying, I need help.
Yeah, so you would essentially have, so season 2 could essentially be, you would have the background story of her
Yeah.
and something, she's looking into something bigger, but then each week, instead of a villain of the week, you've got a hero of the week.
That's the way to do it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not a villain of the week, it's a hero of the week, but that hero's having an issue. But those stories will somehow help her work out her main story.
Yeah.
You know?
Like Hawkeye might come to her and they're trying to blame him for throwing that bolt through the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's got to be answered for.
They should.
She's got to look up for an Eternal as well, because we've got a giant statue sticking out of the water somewhere.
Yeah.
Which they addressed.
They mentioned, yeah. They are doing a lot of those little.
They also mentioned Wolverine too.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about
the
that.
guy in a bar fight with claws. Yeah.
With metal claws.
All right. So we did kind of allude to it.
So we know Taran's coming.
The character we know that's stolen the show so far is Madison.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
One episode, bang, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Wongers.
So episode 4.
She's just drunk all the time.
This is the episode that actually sold this series for me.
I just want to be friends with her.
And Wong is now.
Like, let's just be friends. They're just watching. She's spoiling Sopranos for
But
him.
I love that she's just kind of weaseled into his life and he's like, oh, okay.
A little bit we looked into, me and the missus looked into as well. Funny enough, did you see how they were showing This Is Us? Her and Wong were watching This Is Us.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's a Disney property.
Yeah.
They didn't show any of the Sopranos though.
Yeah.
Not owned by Disney.
Yeah, fair.
They showed a pause scene of a black screen with the title down the bottom.
It's weird
So they
that
can get away with that.
it's weird that they'd even choose the Sopranos. You know what I mean?
Wong's watching it. He's
I know, but like you could have chosen.
what is the reference? Is what I want to know. Like why?
Yeah.
Why was that picked?
I've got to be honest. I'm not across the Sopranos.
Neither am I. I've never watched it.
Yeah, and everyone raves about.
I've never watched This Is Us either.
Probably should watch the Sopranos to be honest. Although I got that about Mad Men. Everyone's like, "Yeah, I have to watch Mad Men." I couldn't get through it.
I started watching. I'm like, I don't care. Don
Struggled-
Draper.
I struggled with it, man.
Don't
I
care.
don't know. And it's weird because I love all those actors.
Yeah,
Like
John
pretty much
Hamm.
every.
John Hamm's amazing.
Yeah, John Hamm. The dude that plays Iron Man's dad. What's his name? Is it Snyder? No. I don't know. You know the dude with the grey hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that guy. I don't remember his name, but he's in it. Alison Brie's in it. Like they've got a lot of real famous actors.
It was hard to get into.
Yeah,
I think it was more one of those things you had to watch it when it started,
probably. Yeah.
and then you grew with it.
Yeah. Which is funny though, because I think Justified, I would have thought it's the same way, but you've introduced a lot of people to that. Like,
Justified's amazing.
well after
They've
got into it. Anyway, but
it's
She-Hulk.
still one of the best TV shows ever made.
Yeah.
Fight me.
She-Hulk here. So we were saying before I was having trouble with the kind of CGI
Yeah.
with She-Hulk.
Yeah.
I didn't have an issue with the demons. I thought the demons were done pretty well.
And some of them were
Some of them felt kind of gremlin-y,
dodgy, but
but a few of them I was like, yeah, okay, that's decent.
it was when they're trying to sling them, like when Wong's trying to sling him, and it's like, oh, that falls apart. But
just
it
like
was
on
pretty cool.
plates on their own, they were pretty cool.
she's just grabbing them and launching them at Wong, and Wong's whipping them around.
Where she stepped on that one, and it's like they don't die. Like
They
she
got
actually
big-
crushed him.
They got bigger.
Yeah.
Hulk. They got annoyed. They got bigger.
I also love that the whole storyline around Donnie Blaze, where you've got this guy who was a mystic student who just couldn't follow the rules, left, and Wong's come in like he has to stop, make him stop. She's like, cool. Has he decided anything? No. Has he?
So what
So
I
you
want
just
to know
let him
is,
leave with a sling ring?
is Wong going to write up paperwork now
Surely.
to make them sign? You must sign this before starting.
You get your lawyer to do that. Right?
Yeah.
Your lawyer drafts those letters.
Yeah.
Get to work, She-Hulk.
Yeah, that's right. She's got to make all the letters to get people to sign.
Yeah. I'd like to know how. Yeah. And,
Now you'll have a cease and desist.
yeah, and NDAs.
Yep.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Can't talk about any of this stuff anymore.
Yeah. She'll get it. She'll get
I
it
mean,
going.
Wong should have had her do it. I would say no. Tilda Swinton should have had all this already in play.
100%. The Asian one.
Like, what has she done? She's completely overlooked things.
She's got nothing.
Oh,
She
no
was
one
just-
will leave. We'll give them the powers and they'll be good forever.
She was just sitting
wrong.
around waiting for Strange to come around.
No,
That's all
she's
she was
just sitting
doing.
there waiting for the Hulk to come and grab the rock. You're 5 years too early.
Yeah. Now, Wong. I had a train of thought here. And
Who?
it's gone. Wong. There was a train of thought around Wong here, and it's gone.
It's not Wong.
It's not Wong. It's
Wongers.
Right. It's Wongers. Sorry.
Come on.
Bloody Wongers.
Wongers.
No, I do like. I've got to be to get like a full-on series, which is Madison and Wong is watching and reacting to shows. Like, I want to see their full recap of the show.
It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Wongers reacts.
Yeah.
Featuring Madison.
Where they're just getting like slowly more and more drunk. Like throughout shows. on his gin and tonic or whatever. No, it was, what was I thinking? It was Wong and probably Blonsky is where I was going with this.
Nice little tie into Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
That was good.
I liked how they were like.
What was that? End of second act, wasn't it?
Yeah. Where you find out that he took him.
Yeah. He's got to come to court and back him up as well.
Yeah.
No, I stole him. It's fine.
Yeah. and then.
Oh, you've just admitted to this. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I'm off.
He's gone. It's like, that's awesome.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Episode 3 is one that people didn't like. Like, so we've had a look at the IMDb ratings here, and it was sitting around a 6 for the first episode, a 6 for the second episode.
6.5 first ep.
Yeah.
6.2 second ep. 5.6 on the third ep, and 6. You know what? This is the lowest rated show we've ever reviewed.
Yeah.
By a long way.
Yeah. Now, episode 5, the one people have problems with, that's where I thought the show...
Episode 3.
3, sorry. That's where I felt the show started finding its feet.
With Megan Thee Stallion.
Well, it was more that you had this random case, which was the Asgardian sprite.
She was so funny.
Right?
Then she showed them the judge. No, I was wrong. It's all over. Get down.
This is what I mean. So you have like this kind of cross now where you're like, all right, well, that's the issue you're having. This person's come for help.
You need to remember, Asgard is not a place. It's a people.
Yeah, nope. Thor's speeches are inadmissible in court. I love that stuff. And that for me was the first time I was like, oh, this is the comic. You know, like episode 2 kind of did it, but that was more, I think I was too busy focusing on Emil Blonsky, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it was like, that was almost the trial of Emil Blonsky.
Yep.
And now you've got, all right, well, what's the next episode? It's the Asgardian sprite. What's the next episode? It's Donny Blaze. You know, as you go through, it's who's causing trouble, who are you helping, essentially. I love the guy. I love the evidence they used. Sorry. Adrian Chase. I can't remember his actual name.
Oh, why have you done this to me now?
I know. So Adrian Chase being the DA, he's fantastic.
He is good.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if there's more.
Oh, there's more to him.
Like, he's got to have something going on because...
Yeah, no, there is more to him. He's a character.
Josh Segarra.
You don't cast Josh Segarra.
He's a great actor too.
And not give him
great
so
actor.
But I love that they went with this person is a deluded human defense. Where they're like, who would honestly believe they were dating Megan Thee Stallion? He would.
100%. He thinks he's way better than what he is.
Yeah. And now he thinks he's going to have a chance with their Megan Thee Stallion because she's there.
Yeah.
Like, it's brilliant. No, this is where, like, honestly, like, that episode kind of kicked it off for me where I was like, all right, well, this is where they're heading that direction. And for it to be the lowest rated, I was like, well, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
But did it come down to the twerking end credit? Like, is that what
pushed
people off the list?
It probably was.
Crazy.
It didn't need to be there. It really didn't.
I liked how we got to the end of, I think it was this week's episode.
Like, do you think kids should be twerking?
Where she finished with the...
Because kids are going to watch this show.
Yeah.
Like, do you think kids should be twerking?
No. I didn't think...
If you had a daughter, would you want her watching this and then...
I didn't think people still twerked, if I'm honest. I don't know.
Mate, it's probably the same sort of thing as the Black Panther reference with the what are those? It's like, it's probably 3 years too late.
But like, I think when it's written, probably was, but then it moves through.
Yeah, no,
and
I think
culture
Marvel
changes so fast.
Marvel has a problem with that.
Yeah.
Like they've got a massive track record of trying to use stuff that the teens will like it, but it's like it's written by old dudes that you've got no idea.
I don't think you do it for, like, it works when you've got Spider-Man talking about Return of the Jedi.
That really old movie.
You know what I mean? Like, that works because that's something that's held up.
No, I can't beat you, but the kids see more movies.
Yeah. Oh, swear to God, this better not be another movie reference from you.
If they lay eggs in my chest.
Now,
so good. See, that was back when Marvel was great. Now they're just good.
But now they're pulling references from now.
Is that like a bad? That's not really a bad thing to say. I'm pretty sure I'm spot on with that. Marvel was great back then, and now they're good.
Yeah.
They've dropped down to good.
See, I think
Good.
And this is what I'm kind of worried about, kind of hopeful for, I guess. It's that they've had to go back to laying another's foundation essentially because they've written off their characters from the first phase.
Where would you rate this show at the moment?
Among
put it as
what?
6. I'd put it as a 6.
We need that board. We really do. It's not as good as Hawkeye.
You know we can't because we'd be putting this at like a 2.
You'd be looking at the board and be like, well, all right. Well, I mean, just in terms of what I'm looking at and stuff we've rated, I'd have it higher than Birds of Prey.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, easy.
But
easy.
we didn't have Birds of Prey at 5.
Did we not?
No, I think we hit like 6s for Birds of Prey.
Okay. So we'll go 6.2.
Yeah.
Mate, we're going into the points for this sort of stuff now.
Yeah,
Then.
it's about it. I mean, look, I did like seeing the Hulk. I enjoy.
See, but there was good in Birds of Prey. There was good parts of that movie.
Yeah.
Anything Ewan McGregor was in was great.
Yeah.
Anything Cassandra Cain in sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't Cassandra Cain. That's the problem.
No, anything written for.
Yeah. Black Canary was good.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, but this, so this show, I'd be sitting between a 6 and a 7, depending on. But I think 7's almost too high for it.
I'd give it a 6.2.
Yeah, it's sitting between that zone.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd say it's sitting between a 6 and a 6.5.
Yeah,
somewhere in there. So let's go 6.3.
Like it's better than What If.
Oh, 100%.
You know.
And yet that won an Oscar for voices.
Is it
an
better
Emmy, I should say.
Miss Marvel?
I didn't finish watching Miss Marvel, so I don't know.
I mean, you didn't get through Miss Marvel.
No. This is keeping me more attached than Miss Marvel did.
Yeah. And even in saying that, I think Miss Marvel might be better.
Well, to you, yeah.
After I finished it, yeah.
But I think you're playing on the wrong side of the fence for that one.
It's still not sitting.
Or on the right side of the fence for your family heritage.
No, well, it's still, I think, sitting at about 7 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting Brie Larson at the end kind of pumped it up a bit.
Pumped it up. That should have dropped it down.
Nah.
It's like, oh, you still haven't been recast?
Nah, it was fine. She's fine.
Natalie Dormer's sitting there waiting. Like, come on.
Give her something else.
Zatanna.
Yeah. But no,
I would rather her as Poison Ivy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
In a heartbeat.
100%.
That'd be amazing. Sue Storm.
See who is apparently cast in that. What's her name? From, God damn it, why have I forgotten the movie?
Oh, you talking about Comma?
Yes, Jodie.
Yeah, I saw that, Jodie Comer.
Yeah.
From Free Guy.
Yeah, Free Guy.
She's a fantastic actress.
Yeah. Apparently
really
she's rumoured to be one of the top runners for it.
Yeah. That's like one of those things.
I mean, you're aging a cast really well because you've got Penn
Bagley,
possibly
who's
possibly Reed Richards.
Yeah.
You have her as Sue Storm.
And then if you hit Henry Cavill as Doom.
Henry Cavill as Doom. Your age is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm liking all that.
Like, that's good.
And you believe that if they go the way that we think they're going, that would be you could see jumping into a fully fledged Fantastic Four already out there in the universe, Lost or whatever they're doing.
Yeah, Lost in Space.
Yeah.
And then you have Will Robinson show up and help him with the bot.
Oh, I want more Lost in Space.
Will Robinson.
But this is a She-Hulk. Guys, we stayed on it for as long as we could.
We want Will Robinson.
We want Will Robinson back. But She-Hulk, I'm sticking with, man.
I'm 100% sticking with it.
Happy to keep watching. I think we're pretty much shooting for episode by episode now.
What's the next show?
Echo, maybe? No, wouldn't be that soon.
I don't know what's next on the Marvel roster.
Yeah.
For shows. I've forgotten it all. It's been so long.
House of Harkness will be coming soon.
Nah, that won't be soon. They've only just announced that. That won't be for next year or the year after, which I hope they just don't go with it at all. Like, this is a horrible idea. It just, I don't want that show. Like, what do we want it? Do we want it?
Mephisto.
He's already been confirmed in She-Hulk. She-Hulk already nailed it. It's fine.
So this was the train of thought I forgot I was on.
Oh, Wongers.
Did Madison meet Mephisto?
Yes.
She made a deal with Mephisto.
Yes.
For
6 drops of blood.
Drops of her blood. Now.
And she can't talk about it, remember?
If you were a demon,
or what does she say? Or her soul and every soul of the person she knows and loves will be taken. That's Mephisto.
Has to be Mephisto.
Mephisto confirmed.
Interesting though. I think she won that deal because Madison is pissed all the time. So she'd be just bleeding gin and tonic at this point. You know what I mean? Like her blood alcohol level.
Just summer breeze pouring out of
Yeah.
her.
Mephisto will be like, I needed 6 drops of human blood. This is 2 drops.
That's right.
Like worth with 4 drops of gin and tonic, essentially.
She's just a piss wreck.
Yeah. He's like, this is not enough human blood to do what I needed. It's also really flammable.
Who would win, Mephisto or Trigon?
Mephisto.
You reckon?
Mephisto is essentially Satan.
Well, he's not.
He
Because
is.
Lucifer is Satan.
Not in the MCU.
Oh, yeah, that's a fair point. Does Marvel have a Lucifer?
It's Mephisto.
So who wins there? Lucifer or Mephisto? Because you got to remember, Lucifer's probably top 5 DC strongest characters.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. It's hard because Mephisto. So the Lucifer we got in the show.
He's watered down a lot.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Mephisto essentially did the trick that Doctor Strange did of making everyone forget who Peter was.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
But Lucifer, he's not going to make people forget. He doesn't want to.
Yeah. But this is what I mean. Mephisto, like, he's got reality-altering powers.
Now, the Lucifer out of Sandman is the same Lucifer out of Lucifer, isn't it?
Is that the DC?
DC Sandman.
Yeah.
So it would be the same Lucifer,
Pretty sure, yeah. Because they were talking about whether or not Tom Ellis was going to play him.
which is, I don't know why they didn't. That's why I'm not watching the show. It's like, why would you had Lucifer.
You had Tom Ellis.
You had Tom Ellis.
amazing.
He would have come back and done that
Just
too.
stick with Tom Ellis.
You just got to make him more serious. But back to She-Hulk, because we've just got
Oh my God, I don't think I finished Lucifer.
I didn't watch the final season.
I don't think I did.
I don't even think I started it.
I started it and gave up. I'm pretty sure. Oh,
I
man.
didn't even start it.
They should have just ended that on season 5. Anyway, She-Hulk, back to She-Hulk. Yeah, so Madison might have met Mephisto. Mephisto might have already been here.
He's on his way.
Are we getting Mephisto? We're back on this train, apparently. The next project, I'm pretty sure, is Secret Invasion on Disney Plus, the TV show. I'm keen for that. I am so
I don't even
keen
know
for
where
that.
we're going.
And the next movie is Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever.
So I don't know if this is going to tie into anything that's going to happen in Wakanda Forever.
Namor.
But as far as the timeline goes, we do know that this is essentially happening at the same time as Shang-Chi. Because the breakout happened during Shang-Chi.
Yeah. I think we've passed Shang-Chi now.
We'd be like, well, how long do they spend training waiting for his dad to come attack him?
I think that's straight away, isn't it?
There's a little bit of time.
Yeah, I don't think there's much time.
Enough time to like make weapons and learn how to harness his chi and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Do a couple of dance moves.
Yeah, had to
Play with a dragon.
He got locked up in prison, had to escape the prison and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
happening at the same time then.
Yeah, concurrently.
So where the bloody hell does Spider-Man fall in all this?
He was after Shang-Chi, wasn't he? Like well after Shang-Chi.
Doesn't Wong mention making people forget?
Yes.
I'm not going to make people forget again. It's like, you didn't do it. Strange did it.
No, he did it. Didn't he?
No, Wong wasn't in
I thought-
Spider-Man, was he?
No. He did it when Strange got the idea for him. He did it at a party or something.
To make everyone forget about Peter.
No, not Peter. The idea for the spell was because Wong did it at a party or something beforehand.
Are we getting a throwback to a one-liner?
I think so.
Is that what Wong's done here? He's given a throwback to a one-liner that
He's
no
like,
one
I've done.
remembers.
Yeah, he's like, I've done this before. And
Why have they done that? That's a bit silly.
I don't know.
Let's throwback to a literal one-liner that you would forget about. Marvel, you're better than that.
I didn't forget. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, join us for more She-Hulk goodness
Next week.
each and every week. Now, I think we're going to move forward
Yeah.
with this. There is, I think, 10 episodes.
10, yep.
10 or
what
9?
have we
9
got?
or 10?
6 more.
Yeah, we've got 6 more. We'll hit those. Hopefully, it can keep on this trajectory and keep getting better. That'd be nice. We know it will, though, because we're getting Daredevil.
Yes.
You can't mess up Daredevil,
Mr.
sure.
Murdoch's coming.
Surely.
I was a little bit annoyed that they didn't do, when she was looking through the jobs.
Yeah.
I was hoping a Nelson and Murdoch would have showed up wanting someone, but it didn't. And I'm like, that's a drop ball, guys.
That would have been good.
That would have been the place to put just a little tease.
Yeah.
Just have Nelson and Murdoch.
Yeah. Call Karen.
Yeah.
No, they can't afford to hire people.
That's also, yeah.
They're a two-man team. That's
Because
it.
they just get paid in tamales and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Because Nelson's trying.
No,
but
this is a new universe. They might have money.
no, not Murdoch. Murdoch's always working pro bono. That's right.
How does he pay for rent?
I was going to get it saying I was not going to know. Thanks for joining us, guys. Cheers.
Bye.